This is a 2.4-inch touchscreen wireless video baby monitor produced by Foscam. It's a nice compact unit. It has a hanging loop on the back, and this can also be used as a stand to stand it up. And it comes in two units. This is the monitor, and the camera unit is downstairs, which we'll come to later. Switches on via a button at the side, and then there's a nice touch screen. Now you'll see now that I'm not using this to monitor a baby. I'm actually using it to monitor a rabbit who's not very well at the moment. She's got head tilt and her world is pretty much upside down. So I need to monitor her, but from a distance, to see whether or not she's moving around and whether or not she's eating at all. And this is the perfect way to do it. If I go downstairs to actually see her, I'll disturb her, and that's not what I want. I want to see what sort of behaviour she's exhibiting on her own without me being present, and this is the ideal way to do it. So she is in a dark room at the moment, and the infrared lights on this Foscam camera unit are producing this image, which is now transmitted wirelessly to this monitor upstairs. So it shows how well it works even at a distance. The monitor has nice touchscreen menus, which are very intuitive. Brightness, sound, it can use several cameras. This is a nice little night light, and you can even adjust the colour. Obviously I can't see the colour at the moment, I'd have to go downstairs for that, but that's a sort of a greeny colour, a bit more green, orange colour, and that can be either bright or dim. So I'll look at that when I go downstairs, but very, very intuitive menus and a nice touch screen. So we exit the menu and we get back to the image of my poor little bunny. So as you can see, that's a very good clear image, and we'll now go downstairs and see how the image compares in a brighter light. This is the poorly bunny in her observation cage, and this is the Foscam camera unit which has been monitoring her. There are 8 PIRs around the outside of the lens, and this is the little night light I referred to earlier, which is adjusted from the monitor unit. As you can see, it's quite a compact little unit, and it also has the benefit it can be either hung on a wall or it can remain on the base, and the angle can be adjusted as necessary and as needed. The other benefit is this is a mains only unit for the camera, but the monitor can be run either on mains or battery. So if I go outside into the garden, I can still see what she's getting up to, if indeed anything, using the battery. I must point out it's the middle of the night here. We're in complete darkness, so the image isn't as good as I was hoping to show, but the real strength of this unit is in bright daylight conditions, this monitor has one of the clearest images that I've ever seen on a baby monitor. But even so, even in the subdued lighting, you can still see the bunny quite clearly. Although I'm using this as a monitor for my ill bunny, there are many other uses as well. Obviously, it can be used to monitor a baby, it can be used to monitor toddlers or young children playing in a different room. Also, the elderly, if you have someone with Alzheimer's, for example, or someone with medical needs, they can be watched from a different room without being intrusive. The other use I have for these monitors is as a security camera around the house. I can pop one focused into the garden, which will monitor any intruders. But also another use is to pop one in the front window, and then we can keep an eye on any callers and get a little bit of advance warning, particularly if the postman's coming and we're in the shower. Then we have a few seconds warning to quickly grab a towel, get dry and get down the stairs to answer the door. It's very, very useful for those things. But really, it's a very, very good monitor system. It's compact, it's reliable, it's easy to use. The menus are intuitive. You can add extra cameras on. It can be sound activated. So it's even got the night light where you can change the colour from the yellow to green to pink, adjust the brightness, or it can be automatic. It's just so easy to use, so reliable, and it's well designed, and I'd say a really good buy, particularly for people who don't want one that's going to project planetary patterns on the ceiling, but it is a very good and very reliable monitor. And there is my bunny again. Just shows how well it works, even in a pitch black room. So she can be monitored without being disturbed. And for anyone who has similar needs, such as monitoring a pet, a baby, a toddler, an old person, prowlers in the garden, or callers to the house, this really can't be beaten. And for the money, it's a very, very good buy. Excellent.